she played the fiddle in a Polish band. Fell in love with this American. Kissed her on the cheek and I grabbed her by the hand. I said, baby, I just wanna dance.
We're here today to start the new bonsai vineyards, also known as King Sobieski Lublina something vineyards. This is the land right here where we're going to plant it. It is April 4th, 2011, and we're starting with a clean slate. Maybe in a few years, this Italian-American Polak will start producing wine of the premium quality that will be world-renowned. So stick with us, and I'll see you tomorrow. But while I traveled throughout the 51st state, I noticed that people were growing grapes. I mean, not professionally, not for wine, but, you know, let's say in the back of their house, in their backyard, in the front yard. You know, no matter what city you went to, you'd see something. You'd see grapevines. You know, not everywhere, not like in Italy or not like in Greece or whatever, but you'd see them, and it just intrigued me that how are they able to grow grapes here? You're not supposed to be able to grow grapes here, or they say you're not supposed to be able to grow grapes in this climate because the winters are severe. And I just started doing some research, and I said, you know what, listen, if I can grow grapes in New York, where we have snow, we have freezing weather, why can't I grow them here in the 51st state? And that's what this experiment is all about. And we'll see by the fall how these vines have taken to the soil. Alright, so we've planted our first row, 13 in this row. Starting the second row there, you can see the string. Here's what they look like in the little hole. Wait a second. There's going to be 26 of these. So we're starting on the second row now. Uh-oh, what happened? Was I not filming before? Shit.
Oh!
Okay, after about 2 weeks, you should start to see little buds coming off your grapes, assuming that the weather's warm and you got adequate water. Now this is now about 18 days later, so a little after 2 weeks. Look, you can see buds coming out, right? See those buds? I don't have a macro lens, but kind of see. They start off, when they start off, they feel like a pussy willow, I mean, for lack of a better description, and then they start to bud out, and then once they bud out, that's your vine, and it's gonna. Hey, today we just started putting up the posts and the guide wire for the grapes. Posts are in, and we're just starting to put up the guide wires. Alright, about a half a day's work. Get these poles in, lines up, and it's about 18 days after planting. So 2.5 weeks. Pretty confident it's going to grow. We got little buds. Oh yeah, look at that. Little buds coming off. Right there. So, pretty sure we're going to get some grapes. It's just a question of when. Alright. Why can't I grow them here in the 51st state? And that's what this experiment is all about. And we'll see by the fall how these vines have taken to the soil, and if my thesis is going to be correct, if they can survive the winter here. I have some plans on how to kind of cover them with maybe some straw, some dirt, to kind of insulate them from the winter, and we'll see what happens. The other note is that I checked some of the like the farming weather guides, and the New York is pretty much zone 6, and so was the 51st state. It's also zone 6. So based upon that, I concluded that, hey look, it's the same sort of climatic zone. And what's that zone based upon? It's based upon the sort of the maximum coldest weather and I guess maybe some other variables, but what I saw was sort of the range of the maximum cold, and that sort of set the tone for what zone it would be in. And based on the zone, they sort of calculate or predict what, you know, crops or vegetables or can grow there. So that's what we're looking at. Little grapes just starting to grow, little vines, I should say. Time will tell. Time will truly tell whether, as I said, my thesis has been correct. I believe it will be, and I believe that this will be the beginning of a successful vineyard, even if it's a small one. Stay tuned. Hey, little buddy. It's August 22nd, 2011, and these vines are starting to grow. Trimmed around them so they have plenty of air. Doing pretty good for the first few months. Right. Help keep them dry. Get a lot of sun. This is doing pretty strong right here. Single one. Seems like this side here is having more trouble because of the, I don't know why, but probably because of the lack of sun. This side seems to be faring a little bit better, but not. I guess they're about the same. Just seems to be a little bit better on this side.
So that's how it all started. Just over 6 years ago, when my family and I planted these grapes close to Lublin, and it was just the beginning of an amazing adventure, really a family effort. I didn't do everything myself, and quite honestly, most of the years they just grew wild, and I would just trim them once or twice a year. But I'll have another video showing you the progress over the years to give you an idea of what you could possibly expect if you decide to grow grapes in Poland. It's definitely a doable thing. It's not easy, but nothing good ever is. I'm Holy Joe Rock and Roll. I hope to see you on the next video. Remember to always make it happen for the captain, because you're the captain. She played the fiddle in a Polish band, fell in love with this American, kissed her on the cheek and I grabbed her by the hand. I said, baby, I just wanna dance.